I just realized I don't actually know many people in this room, so I'm just gonna start by introducing myself. So, hi, I'm Alma Gaina. I just turned 23, and I am actually originally half Portuguese and half Romanian. I was born in Romania, and I grew up there until I was 10, when I moved to Portugal, and then I moved here for uni. And that's actually how I'm going to start my talk, about my journey from leaving home and moving here for university. So, not gonna lie, I wasn't exactly sure what to talk about, but I think I'm just gonna start from the start and see where we'll go. So I've been asked many times why I came to England and why I'm here, and so I'll now explain it. And if I'm asked again, I guess you haven't listened properly, so I'm gonna test you. I felt like the reason why I came was because I asked and I received. So I studied photography, and I started studying in Portugal in high school. And in my first year, we learned that we have internships every year. And I forgot about it, but in my first year, when I heard that, my first thought was, oh, so can I go for an internship in England? It never happened. I actually had an internship in Rome. But in my last year of university, I got offered to come to England to study, and I took it. Only realizing later on that actually I had asked for it. So ask and you shall receive. But at the same time, I feel like I answered God's call, because when the opportunity came, I was kind of lost and unsure. I wasn't exactly sure if I should go for a gap year, if I should go study, if I should go through photography or multimedia, or do what to do exactly. But when the answer presented itself, I just took the leap of faith and went. And I didn't know what it meant to leave home either, or like move to another country completely on my own. But I just had faith it would go well, and I was excited for it. It was a good opportunity. And throughout the whole journey, through all the ups and downs and through everything I learned, I felt like God was guiding me on my path and to where I am today. And it's still a journey in progress. It's a long way to the end. One of the opportunities that I received by moving here that I hadn't had as much growing up was the opportunity to give and to invest into a community. And I kind of threw myself in quite hard, either through giving, through helping us in this service, through helping through like photography and events, through helping with youth, through helping Harp, and through many other opportunities, many other chances. And I felt like I was given the chance to give back what I received when I was younger, or even what I wasn't able to receive when I was younger, because I was among the oldest in my community, and we didn't really have many elder siblings. So I felt a bit of a responsibility to provide if I'm able to, and also it's fun. So despite the first like half of the year of moving here, it wasn't easy. But even in my deepest lows, I was able to feel God's love and to receive God's love through the people and the community I invested in. And there were many moments in my life where when looking back, I can see that actually I wasn't alone, even though I felt that way. I learned, I think the main lesson I learned through investing in the youth was that if you take care of others, you'll be taken care of wherever you go. And no matter how much you invest in others, none of the investment is ever wasted. It's not like you're going to receive your results straight away. It never happens that way. It can take a long time, it can take less long time, but it always takes a certain amount of time, which is not decided by you, but is decided by God. And I learned quite a lot through growth, through lessons, through joy, through love. And I think the main lessons I took away through, for example, being in Harp when I was younger, was the relationships and the connections that you make in your early life are very important when you grow up, and are very important to keep you going. They give you, the strength of the bonds can impact your life very, very strongly. Through working and leading Harp, I learned about investment and retribution, and about, I guess, the relationship about creation and creator, like seeing joy of God in everyone, and seeing also the uniqueness of everyone. And I also learned as well the responsibility that you may hold, and the influence that you have on others quite directly. Through YSP, I actually learned and saw the power of hope and how that can move people. In particular, I would say when I went to Kosovo in October, and Kosovo is a very, very new country, and it's very recently that they gained independence. But the joy that we could see in the kids' heart, like eyes, and like just the fact that we were there to help them, or that we were there to provide something for them, and we were there to give time to them. The joy that we received through that, and the excitement that we received back, was quite massive. And we didn't do much, we just spoke to them, or we spent time to them, or in one particular case, there was a girl that had some like sunglasses that were a bit of a meme, and I really liked them, I found them funny. And I had mentioned that to her, and she said that she would give it to me, and I said, no, I really don't need it. And she really tried to insist, and I declined. And then she started talking about how she liked photography, and she wanted to learn more. And I've had this like tiny phone lens for the past like 4 years, and I think I've used it once and twice, and it's always been in my bag, but I've never really used it as much or gave it as much use. So I thought, and I've had thought about it like for a while to just try to figure out what to do with it, because it was always in my pocket. And I thought that's the perfect moment, and I gave it to her. And the gratitude that she was just, so surprised to see that she still basically forced the glasses into my hands, so it made an exchange. But yeah, the passion that you can see in others when you provide them hope is very, very strong. And I think through investing into my community, I found that, I think I mentioned this before, if you take care of others, God will take care of you. And yeah, I feel like through my life I have a lot of examples that are proof of that, of how, whether it was through small conversations, through bigger conversations, through, for example, trips to the GP when I was terrified, or through giving Ray rides, or a couch to sleep on, or Christmas invitations, or even when, I think probably the biggest example of that was during lockdown, which was like I think 3 years into having moved into London. I was in my last year of university. I was stressed with my dissertation, my degree show, and everything, and my computer broke down. And I was, oh god. And it's a middle of the lockdown, a pandemic, my job's, not gonna lie, crappy, less than national, like minimum wage. And I was like, okay, I need a computer. I can't do any work because my area of study photography is quite like digital, and I need something. So I started looking, budget quite minimum, and I started looking for a long time. And luckily I was able to use something that the university provided, but it wasn't really the best. And I was working through my university until my birthday came, and I discovered that actually my community, my friends and my family all got together to try to basically get money together to buy me a computer. And I think that was the, like, oh my god. That was the biggest sign that I received in my life, that God can work through others for you. And even, yeah, no matter no matter the amount or what was there, the fact that so many people got together and managed to buy a computer in the end was what got me through university. And I think that's one of my biggest achievements in life so far. So that was impossible without God, without my friends, without my family and my community. So I think through thinking about all of this and kind of observing my life and thinking about the testimony today, my realization was that basically as children we all just want to take. And as we learn to grow and mature, we start to learn how to give. And through giving, we can find God by living for the sake of others and by finding God in each individual that we see around us. And yeah, maturity comes from when your main focus is the person in front of you, not yourself. Yes, yeah. I keep it short because I'm time's up. But I hope you could say something.